Did Putin quietly ship advanced missiles to Iran just before the war erupted, setting the stage for a direct clash with US air power? Did Iran bring down a US jet using lethal Russian-made missiles, turning Moscow's kit into Washington's newest battlefield nightmare? Is a covert £450 million Russia-Iran defense pact now exposed, revealing how deeply the Kremlin is arming Tehran behind the scenes? With 500 launchers and 2,500 missiles reportedly on the table, how far does Putin's shadow hand reach into Iran's air defense war against the United States? Reports say Iran likely used lethal Russian shoulder-fired missiles to shoot down a US jet during the recent clash. According to British media, Iran quietly made a £450 million deal with Moscow to buy 500 Verba launchers, although deliveries were originally scheduled over several years. The same reporting said the agreement also covered 2,509 M336 missiles, and some accounts suggest at least part of this arsenal was delivered earlier this year. Defense analysts now believe the US F-15 that went down on April 6 was hit by a 9K-333 Verba manned portable air defense system. The missile can engage targets at altitudes of up to around 5 kilometers. It is highly lethal against low-flying targets that try to stay under radar. It puts aircraft, helicopters, and drones at serious risk. Its advanced infrared seeker locks onto an aircraft's heat signature with much greater precision than older systems. A 3-channel guidance system helps the missile stay on target. It has strong resistance to countermeasures, allowing it to keep tracking a target despite jamming attempts. This reduces the impact of heat decoys like flares, making it harder for pilots to break the missile's lock. These features together improve the operator's survivability. Overall, it is specifically built to defeat the defensive suites of modern fighter aircraft. The IRGC, however, claimed it shot down both the F-15 Eagle and an A-10 Warthog using a new domestically produced system, without acknowledging any Russian role. US units rapidly rescued the F-15 pilot but then had to mount a second high-risk operation to recover the other crew member, a colonel. Both airmen had ejected into enemy territory before the aircraft hit the ground and exploded. Trump hailed the recovery mission as one of the most daring operations in US history. The mission reportedly involved hundreds of special forces troops, dozens of aircraft, and a deception campaign coordinated with US intelligence to fool Iranian units. For this operation, the US deployed several highly specialized aircraft, including the MC-130J Commando II, a long-range special operations transport configured for dangerous, low-visibility insertions. The MC-130J is among the most advanced aircraft in the US inventory, designed to operate in hostile environments, penetrate defended airspace, and support covert or special operations forces. Each MC-130J is estimated to cost over $100 million, underscoring the enormous financial stakes involved when such platforms are committed to a single mission. These aircraft are equipped with sophisticated sensors, secure communications, and the ability to refuel in midair, enabling them to penetrate deep into contested territory and remain on station for extended periods. Despite their advanced capabilities, the mission reportedly encountered major challenges on the ground, including intense Iranian air defenses and local militia activity. US officials have confirmed that 2 of these MC-130J craft were destroyed during the course of the operation, marking a significant material loss for the US Special Operations Aviation Fleet. According to the Tasnim news agency, Iranian defenses targeted multiple US aerial assets, including helicopters and fixed-wing aircraft, during the high-risk raid. The so-called rescue operation of the US Army, which was planned under the guise of an immediate free-and-escape operation on the pretext of rescuing its downed aircraft pilot at an abandoned airport in southern Isfahan, ended in complete failure with the timely presence of the armed forces of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Following prior information and further examinations by experts present at the scene, it was determined that 2 C-130 military aircraft and 2 Black Hawk helicopters of the US Army were destroyed through the fulfillment of promise and help of Almighty God, as well as the sacred wrath of the soldiers of Islam and the powerful armed forces. This action increased the level of repeated failures of the US Army. It became clear to all that the cowardly and defeated US Army, in this imposed war, is not considered a dominant or superior force in the face of the divine will of the Iranian armed forces. Following this glorious and victorious operation, the defeated US president, hastily and falsely, through psychological warfare, tries to escape from the scene of defeat and, like in the past, continues his absurd claims and deflections. Although the reality of the battlefield itself demonstrates the superiority of the powerful armed forces of the Islamic Republic of Iran. This development comes as President Trump has once again vowed hell for Iran in a profanity-filled Truth Social post, ratcheting up the rhetoric surrounding the conflict. Trump specifically threatened Iran over control of the vital Strait of Hormuz, which is currently under severe blockade by Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps (IRGC) forces, disrupting regional shipping and energy flows. Iran's Revolutionary Guard reportedly said it had downed US jets, drones, and cruise missiles across multiple regions. Tehran also alleged it shot down 2 MQ-9 drones and destroyed a Hermes drone in key provinces. The US A-10 Warthog was also reportedly hit, with the pilot ejecting safely before the aircraft went down in Kuwait, NBC said. Iran also said another US jet was hit and later crashed into the Strait of Hormuz.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry guards.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.